Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with the next session in the Alpha Wolf Guide to Psychological Engineering. So yesterday we were looking at unlocking the indirect aspect of psychological engineering, where we're using suggestion and intention to alter or to create or suggest new pathways of development or for development. So realize this, when we're looking at it deeper, when we're understanding this on an energetic level, I am activating my reticular activation system to identifying frequencies held within my heart and the meaning of those frequencies. Do you sort of get it? So should I be looking for joy in life? I understand what joy feels like for me, and I activate my unconscious mind to seeking that out, so that should someone else make me feel joy in life, I identify that and I understand why I'm feeling joy. Do you sort of get it? So it allows us to alter our behavior, because what I'm doing is I'm now aligning the frequency and the memory of the frequency to what I seek. Do you get it? So rather than me just walking blindly through life saying some people make me feel good, some people make me feel bad, this, that and the other, like I'm going through life and I'm saying this is the frequency that I'm looking for. Do you sort of get it? So when I find that frequency, I hold on to it. When I find a frequency that clashes with it, I let it go. Do you sort of get it? So like we can see it in life. If I choose to be happy in life and I want to be joyful within my day, like I'm understanding the feeling of joy and I'm feeling the emotional state or the biochemical response. So think about the frequency as being the result of the biochemical response. And the biochemical response is the energetic change that alters the frequency that I exist in or feel. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important, because understand this, like your conceptualization of conscious thought is biochemical alterations or reactions within the mind, different proteins and things like that. Do you sort of get it? Like it's crazy when you start to understand it, but we're just understanding energy can be in the form of chemical energy. Do you sort of get it? So like, we are not a battery that, utilizes electricity, but we are a battery that we are a power plant that generates bioelectricity. And that's what we experience as being energetic in life, as being happy, as being love, as being anger. Do you sort of get it? So we're just understanding our experience in life is determined by our biochemical states, or the states of our chemical structures within our brain and within our body. So realize this, that the path goes thought to a belief, to a truth, to an experience. Do you sort of get it? To an emotional state, to a biochemical state, to an alteration of an energetic frequency held within me. Do you sort of get it? So at any point through that process, I can engineer my mind. So I can engineer it on the thought level. I can engineer it on the belief level. I can engineer it in my truths. I can engineer it in my experiences. I can engineer it in my emotional states. I can engineer it in my biochemical responses, and I can engineer it in my frequencies. Do you sort of get it? So they're just different sort of levels or dimensions within what it means to be a conscious human being. Do you sort of get it? And at any level, I can re-engineer the entire structure. Do you sort of get it? It's very, very difficult to engineer from word to frequency alignment. Do you sort of get it? But if I follow that chain of repeating a language pattern until it becomes a belief, repeating a belief until it becomes a truth, repeating that truth until I physically experience it in my life. Do you sort of get it? Like understanding the emotional state that that truth embodies within me. Do you get it? Like feeling that emotional state within my heart. Like, does that make sense? So what we're doing now is we're not worrying too much about the conscious side of it, and we're doing the unconscious. Okay, so when we're doing the unconscious, I am simply focusing, closing my eyes and focusing on the feeling that I want to feel. And I am memorizing every dimension of that feeling. And then that becomes my marker for knowing if I am moving towards what I seek or moving away from what I seek. Should I seek joy, happiness, love in every day? When I'm angry, I'm walking away from that. Do you get it? When I'm sad, when I'm upset, when I'm stressed, I'm walking in the opposite direction. So should I want joy, love, peace, happiness in life? Like, I move towards it. They're the markers. I'm not going to get there being stressed. I'm not going to get there being sorrowful and sad for myself. I'm not going to get there being pissed off, pissy and angry. Do you sort of get it? Like, just understand this. Like, you might think that you need to memorize the map to know the path to what you seek. But my man, if I want to walk south, I look at the sun. If it's east to me, I'm going south in the morning. If it's west to me, I'm going south in the afternoon. Like, it's not rocket surgery. Do you sort of get it? Like, if I want joy and love in life, every moment that I'm living in joy, love, and peace in life, like, I am in it. I am walking south. I don't need to doubt myself. And every time I'm walking fucking in anger, hatred, sadness, sorrow, stress, negativity. Like, in the morning, I'm walking with the sun to the west of me, and I'm walking, the sun to the east of me. Do you sort of get it? Rather than having it to my west. We got a bit lost on the north, south, east, west. But what we want to understand is that I'm just using milestones and markers and guideposts. Like, I don't have to feel joy because people are telling me how I am lightening up their day. Like, I'm not stating that joy has to be one thing. So I'm trying to experience joy in every dimension so that I can understand the terrain around me. Does that make sense? So what we want to do is we want to focus on the emotional state, the feeling of what we seek, and we are ignoring everything in our environment, and we're focusing on isolating and identifying the frequency that we seek, and then associating that frequency to an emotional state. Do you sort of get it? And then focusing that emotional state to a logical meaning. Should I feel happy? I'm happy. Should I be happy? Like, there's a reason I'm happy. And now I just choose it. Do you sort of get it? So rather than me having to have the psychological structure predetermined, I am simply determining the frequency and emotional state. And then in the moment, I'm choosing. The sun's out. That's why I'm happy. The birds are out. That's why I'm happy. Whatever I want to choose. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's sort of like reverse engineering. So I'm going from the end state and I'm reverse engineering every step back. So like, my goal is to be happy. I don't need to know how to be happy. I'm already happy when I feel happy. So I'm reverse engineering that this feeling or frequency of happiness that I feel in my heart is because I'm happy in an emotional state. Do you sort of get it? And then I'm choosing, okay, what am I going to put the meaning towards me being happy in this moment? Do you sort of get it? So it doesn't matter about the psychological structure in this point. The psychological structure is the end state. Like, do you sort of get it? Because now that I'm saying the reason I'm feeling happy this morning is because the sun's out, every morning that the sun's out, I am feeling happy. Like, do you sort of get it? So I'm creating an associational bond, okay, from a feeling or an emotional sensation into a psychological structure of my choosing. Do you sort of get it? So I can do it the reverse way or the normal way where I say the sun is out. So now I focus on being happy because the sun's out, and then I focus on feeling the sensation because the sun's out or because I'm happy. Do you sort of get it? So we're just going backwards, because that's the thing you got to understand. There's like any way that you think that you can do something is the way that you can do it. That's how the human mind works. We're working on practices of behavioral conditioning and just behavioral association. So however I create the associational bond through the meaning or through the experience will determine the associational bond. Do you sort of get it? Like, I don't have to use specific language. Whatever language I use becomes the language that means that. Like, does this make sense? So what I'm trying to show you is the flexibility and variability of each of these understandings. That should I understand, if I focus on feeling love in my heart, and then I associate that feeling with the emotional state of love, whatever I choose in my environment becomes my reason for feeling love. Do you sort of get it? Or I can go my environment and say that this makes me feel love, and then create the conditioning and associational bond to the experience of love to that. Do you sort of get it? Whichever way you want to go about it. We're doing both because I want to suggest to my mind, conscious mind, what I want in life. But then I also want to elevate my unconscious mind to understanding what is the experience of what I want in life. Do you sort of get it? End state. This process that I have just explained to you is how manifestation works. Do you get it? You can do it either way. You can visualize manifestation to becoming what you seek, or you can become what you seek and visualize the process on how you got there. I can see a path before me and see the way to walk, or I can look back at the path I've walked and remember the way I've walked. Do you get it? Non-linear space and time. Understand this, because this is the foundation of consciousness, that it is non-linear. That for me to be at the start of the journey and me being at the finish of the journey or the finish line of the journey is the same point in space and time. I don't move during the journey. The journey moves through me. Does this make sense? So at any point in time, I can move my relative position in space and time to any point along the journey. Do you get it? So I can either figure out how I got there or remember how I got there. They both work. Do you get it? Like, does that make sense? So we're just starting to understand when we're thinking about consciousness, when we're thinking about conscious thought, when we're thinking about emotions, when we're thinking about conscious awareness, non-linear space and time. I can see the start of the journey, or I can be at the end of the journey. Wherever I choose is where I land. Do you sort of get it? And then the journey is the embodiment of the truth that I have found, or the truth that I seek. And when I embody it, I am it. And that's the power of psychological engineering. That should I choose to feel love and joy in this life, and I associate it to what I choose becomes my association for love and joy in this life. And that's power.